All right, guys, these are your channeled messages for September 18th through the 25th. The messages are timeless. Whenever you find them, you're meant to find them. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's get it. I just want to show y'all how these landed. So we got the Energy Vampire card. It landed upside down. They're telling me in the past position. Then you have the Na Fam card with the cut cords, detach, release, take your power back card going diagonally across it in the present position. And then in the future position, we have let love in. Okay. It just it feels like whatever was holding you back and draining your energy from your past is being cleared out. Today is the full moon, super full moon in Pisces. And it's also a lunar eclipse. And it's anytime there's this eclipse, it's this general theme of energy that is going on with it, this eclipsing out of people, places, and things that have this kind of effect on you, have this type of energy on you. It just feels like this right now is the general energetic theme of letting go of a lot of this kind of very heavy, very dense energy from your past. And again, past can be past of like 10 minutes ago, past can be past life, past can be months, years, decades. But all the meanings of past is how I feel of this. There's like this very big reset of your energy happening right now where it's like the holes in your boat are being repaired and patched up so that you're no longer taking in water. You're no longer drowning. Yeah. It just feels like all the heaviness, all the burdens, all the suffering, all the emotional trauma, I don't know, projections, things that just I said this in the last video, the things that were not and have not been yours to deal with or to take on from your past, by any definition of that term, past, is being released from you, which is why they threw this card out in the reverse position. No longer draining your energy. Things, people, places, and things can no longer feed off of you, siphon from you, drain you, negatively affect you. These things, which is why this is in the presently is why this is saying the NAFAM and the cut cords, because this is what's happening currently in the present position. The cords of these People, places, and things that were doing this are being cut at this time, and they're being denied access to you in the quantum, energetic, and spiritual realms so that you can fully take your power back and embrace your true divine self right now. There's this redistribution of your power and energy right now, life force energy that's happening, that's taking place right now. Also, sorry, they gave me the Cat Williams meme reference, like XYZ be wanting to party and you got to tell them no. And it feels like this. It feels like it's a lot. It feels like a lot of people are clamoring to try and, what is that song? I gotta be next to you. I gotta be next to you. Mike Jones. It's a Mike Jones song, Next to You. I don't know, look it up. Maybe it has some sort of resonance for whomever, but it's this trying to get to you, get next to you. I had a video about this. Be trying to rub elbows, rub shoulders, be in your good graces again. Again is the thing here. It feels like these are people who had the ball and fumbled it. Now that we're now in football season, it feels like this, like they had the ball and they fumbled every single time. It was right there within grasp where they had it and they just fumbled it. You know what I'm saying? And it feels like this, but it feels like a lot of this people. Oh, and also people who have been cut from your life that are frantically trying to redeem themselves in your life somehow. And a lot of them, it's just hard pass because it feels it feels grimy. Like it's not all of them. I will say that I'm gonna put the disclaimer out there. It's not all the people. Like some of these people, really, honestly, it's it's a lot of the majority of them is the fear of missing out. Oh no, he, she, they are doing a lot better now. They're on the rise, or they're X, Y, and Z, and oh my gosh, they're trending, and I don't want to be missing out. I don't want to be out of the loop. I don't want to be in the cold, or blah blah blah. It's a large percentage of this is that. But then there's like this sliver of the pie chart of people where it's just they didn't know, like they just weren't awakened to, do you know what I'm saying? Like they just hadn't gotten to the level of growth and healing to be able to recognize like who you were and what the connection, be it platonically or romantically, was at the time that they were in your life. I'm trying. Obviously, this is a general reading, so it's not going to be everyone's thing, but this is it. It just feels like these little sliver of people, these are people who, again, they just weren't. I'm gonna keep it a buck hundred and say they just weren't ready. They weren't done cooking like a Thanksgiving turkey. The timer, the little thing hadn't popped up on them. They just weren't. They just weren't, and that's just what it was. They just weren't ready, and it just wasn't. They weren't compatible at the time. So it feels as though enough time has surpassed for them to have leveled up, matured, grown, healed, whatever the case may be for whomever this applies to, whatever the situation is here. But that's like a small portion of it. Again, like I said, the majority of them is just because these are people that you have already cut out of your life, and they're now in like the FOMO, fear of missing out energy. They see you on the rise. They see you shining and glistening. They see you doing your thing. They see you in the spotlight. They see you in success. They see you blah, blah, blah. All the people wanting to be with you, socialize with you, date you, blah, blah, blah. All the things. I'm trying to cover the bases here, but it feels like that's the majority of what this is presently coming in. It's like once we're out of this eclipse season, it's not even season, but it's like the eclipse week, this full moon week. It feels like these people are starting to come in. Like I said, it's like a horde of energetic incoming energy is what it feels like, because of the aforementioned. They see you doing good without them. They see you doing good in general, but they see you on the rise, and this is, it's just hard pass for a majority of these people. Listen, you can watch and observe from afar, but getting up close and personal with you, your circle needs to be tight, 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 tight now. I mean, small circle. Because you have gotten to this point, you have leveled up, you have healed yourself, you have done the work, you have accomplished the things that you have accomplished and that you are stepping into right now alone in the physical thus far. So all these incoming energy people, all these people from the past or people that you may not even know, it feels like though this coming in are, these are people that have known you, have known about you, and in the past could have helped you, in the past could have supported you, in the past could have done more, all the things, right? These are, it's what it feels like. It feels like these are familiar energies that you have already come across before that are wanting to clamor and come back in. Excuse me, but you got to where you're at without these people, without any help. And you can forget, I say this frequently, you can forgive people without having them back into your life or without giving them an all access pass back into your life. Like if these were people, like say like a best friend at one point in time and they did you dirty or whatever, you guys just lost, that doesn't mean that you have to forgive them and be like, okay, sure, let's go back to being buddy buddy, hang out every weekend, all the things. No, no, that's not what it means. Hard pass, hell no, that's not it. It's not. You absolutely can forgive people, and you need to forgive people. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Some of them do, though. Forgive them, not for them, but for you. It's for you. It's for this cleanse out that we're going through to release you from this nonsense. And that's what, thank you. That's what a lot of these people are coming back in for. It's because it's to free you, it's to release you. It give you your power back, kind of in the form of some poetic and karmic justice. I hope that makes sense. But you don't need to have these people back into your life, especially if it just, you can energetically feel whether or not they are coming with sincere or selfish, greedy intentions. Like none of these people are coming towards you like on some like dangerous type stuff. It's not that. But like it just feels like, okay, are these people approaching me because again the FOMO and the greediness and the selfishness and the, oh, now I want because everybody else wants you type thing? Or is it because again they just weren't done cooking? You'll have to use your intuition, allow your sonar system to show you what it really is, according to your own situation. But you don't need a entourage of people. You don't need this like posse of people. You don't need this astronomically large circle of people around you. You don't. That's not you. You're a lone wolf, so to speak. You're not meant to be alone. No, but you don't need a lot of people around you in your close inner circle. You just don't. And that's for your best interest. Keep your circle small. Just keep your circle small because you don't need all that this excess. Like there's going to be a lot of people who want to come in and be around you. There's going to be a lot of people who want to come in and be buddy buddy with you and close with you, and you will have that option of having a lot of people, but that's, you don't need a large circle. Please keep your circle small and know who's in your circle very well through and through. Vet them through your sonar, your heart and soul, not just, oh, because they're like slightly familiar. Vet these people from your heart and soul. Use your sonar system. And segueing into that is the let love in the future position, because allow yourself to be loved, open your heart, release past pain and heartbreak, and be open to receiving love. This full moon is centered around the relationships. How, what kind of relationships are truly right for you? How do you operate best within relationships, and letting go of these kinds of emotional baggage and traumas from past hurts and things of this nature? Like I said, there is this hint, this underlying energy of these people, some of these people from your past coming back in, because as I mentioned, it's this karmic justice for you, it's this poetic justice for you, because they need to come in and apologize. Like essentially that is what it is. These people who have hurt you in your past are coming so that you can be released from them, essentially, in some capacity, so that you can just move on or not. Again, it'll just have to depend upon what you feel, what your heart and soul and your sonar system feels when you're in communication with these people, right? But there are people who are going to be coming in that are meant to be in your life at some capacity, be it platonically or be it romantically. But just feels, I keep saying this, I'm always ahead, but in my past couple of videos I keep saying it feels like this is going to be a struggle for a lot of my 144 250 redemption line people. You will experience this as well, of letting people like love you. And it sounds so easy, so simple, so simplistic to just be like, yeah, come on in and shower me with all the love and the mushies and the ooey gooiness and all the cuddles and kisses, but it's not, especially when you're used to this. It's just not. We have just come out of a war, like our entire incarnation, this incarnation, and then some of us a lot of past incarnations of nothing but spiritual warfare. 10 toes down, boots to the ground, constant war, battle, fight. That's all we have known. But now we have shifted into the new earth and this new world, and it's nothing like that. And we have to let that go and continue to cycle these things out and continue to release these old world trains and these old world pains and traumas and programs. But it's just not an overnight process, and I feel it feels like a lot of internal resistance and struggle, because one, we're used to being alone, doing things alone because we had to. We could not depend on any other people. We didn't have other people there to support us or be there for us emotionally, physically, all the things, right? It was just us and God's source universe and the spirit team, right? So adjusting to people wanting to be there for us and help us and support us and give to us and all the things in the physical, be up close with us, and is an adjustment, to say the least. But we have got to be open to receiving love, because that's what God's source universe has ordered for us at this point in our life. We're now in our divine selves. If you've not seen the last week's video, please go back and see it, where I talked about us, learning to drive our chariot and being a divine being in the physical world, right? And we're bringing our as above to our so below, blending of the worlds right now. And it's because we have done that, and because we are doing that, and we are embodying our divine selves, we're getting the divine love and support and recognition for doing just that, and having the courage to put ourselves out there as we truly are. And as such, God's source universe is wanting to spoil you with love and support and all the mushy things and all the affection and what, but it just feels like we're like, it's an adjustment. And I do feel like these people will like take their time with you. The right ones will. Again, I've said it before. If people try to come in and like don't give you the grace that you need to try to adjust to this, and they just try to like come in like gangbusters and force their way, and they're like, oh, boundaries, let me step over that, like, it's a red flag. No, hell no, hard pass. That's not it. They're not the ones for you, period, on any level. But the ones for you will understand, because they already know you from the spiritual, energetic, and quantum realms and past lives. They already know what you've been through. And again, if these are people from your past that have caused you some sort of pain, they already know equally, doubly as well, to kind of to come correctly and to proceed with caution and grace and patience when handling you, just in general. I hope that makes sense, but that's just, your people will know. The card that's at the bottom of the deck is let the pain fuel your gains. Use your struggles as a source of empowerment. Let the hurt ignite your soul and transmute this negative experience into something positive. And I feel like that, again, is something that we are currently in the process of doing. But again, it is a process. It's not an overnight thing. A lot of us are going to be helping others by what we have gone through, by sharing what we have gone through, by speaking on what we've gone through, and also just by healing ourselves internally. When we heal others. So there's, you always hear this, hurt people hurting people, but you are a healing person healing others. And as such, it creates such an enormous ripple effect out into the energetic and the quantum and the spiritual realms. When you pour into yourself, when you love yourself, when you heal yourself, and when you do the work within yourself, you've no idea how massive the monumental change and ripple that goes for others, without you even knowing it. You're doing a lot, but the things that you have gone through, the things that you went through were not for nothing. It wasn't for nothing. You will see everything, your struggles, your pains, your suffering, your traumas coming together in a really beautifully orchestrated and divine way over the remainder of this year and leading into January and February. Just allow this process to happen. Allow this to happen. Allow the cords to continue to be cut, and let these people come in and plead their case. You're the judge, and you will be able to tell if they're on some BS or not. If they come in and they don't suck, then you can keep them. If they come in and they suck, then get rid of them. And that's just what it is. Don't make it any more or less complicated than it has to be. Your heart and soul automatically knows who needs to stay and who needs to go, period. And with that being said, I hope this was helpful. Thank you all for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. If you're interested in purchasing the V Squad Oracle deck, you may do so using the description box with the link in it, or you can book a session with me at ascensionoraclev.com, and you can get $10 off of a session of 15 minutes or more using code FIRST. And with that being said, I'll see you next time. V Squad.